Yeah, there he is.
Now,
Nice to meet you, Lester.
he was just telling me you guys do cleaning. I actually need a move-out clean on this location next week before the 1st, if you guys want to come do that for me.
Yeah,
No, we're getting a bigger location, so.
definitely. Right now I've got a lot. We just did a whole bunch of Boston pizzas and stuff like that.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Please go on.
Got a bunch of other stuff lined up. Actually, I just did a quote right across for an office right across the street here.
Perfect.
So I worked in the area already. I'm like, great, they're just right across the street from this. So.
Perfect, yeah, because we need cleaning done with the app probably get about 200 hits a year, but we've got about 4 or 5 cleaners we work with. It's just a little too busy for them, so we need somebody else. But on my end, I need a cleaner every 2 weeks at our new location, but here, that gentleman, right, I don't know if you know we're moving, but.
Oh, yeah.
But that gentleman's actually here. We're gonna do a move on the weekend, and then I have between the move and the
Oh,
following
that's soon.
Sunday. Yeah, oh
I
yeah.
thought you were just looking. You already found a place.
No, we already, well, we're going to look today at 3 more, but we are set up to move.
Okay. Is it where Karen wanted to go?
I don't know. I met with Karen yesterday with some of the options.
I have this nice and handy for you.
Nice. Yeah, so before next Sunday.
Okay.
So pretty much any time between Monday and Sunday next week. And I gotta do a full move out clean. So.
Good to
Perfect.
know.
Well, if they join, then I'm the first request. You don't need a test request.
Perfect.
So just tell me, I'll make a request. They
That's
can
what I'm
answer.
having problems with, so that saves me.
Yeah, so you get a test request and then they get a job right away. Everyone wins.
Exactly.
Awesome. Pleasure meeting you guys.
Yeah, take your shot. And do you have I saw you had a card there. Do you have a card for me as well? So how long have you guys been in business for?
To be honest, about 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah, about 2 years.
Nice. So you guys do residential and commercial?
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. Aquatech. Oh, that's a cool. Okay. That's neat. I like how you did the logo there. Well, that's actually one of our owners.
Okay.
Tyler, he's up here helping us move to a bigger location.
Okay.
So we're kind of our app. His dad created our app in 2013 in Olds, Alberta.
Okay,
They own hotels out there. And so we're right across Canada now, and we're just launched in the States. We're in Phoenix, Denver. We're going right across the U.S. next year, or this year, I should say. And so this is basically what it looks like. This is the app. Well, I'm showing you on the computer because it's bigger, right?
Right.
So basically, what they'll do is people will go on there. They'll be looking for cleaning, so they'll put in cleaning. And it'll be either commercial, house cleaning. There'll be a bunch of different subcategories. Let's just say it's commercial. So we'll use us as an example here. Moving offices and need a move in and move out clean. Done. I'm always bad with caps locks. And so they'll submit it to the business meeting, which you guys would be a part of, and if it's obviously urgent, we need it done pretty quick because it's decent sized office, so we need it done pretty quick. They'll be like, "This is our budget," and if they're not sure what the budget is, they'll put it in here. It'll be like, "This is what I have to spend." We could probably negotiate a bit, and they'll be like, "I know you guys are busy, so we'll meet up." Pick 3 dates and times so we can kind of go over the quote or kind of negotiate what we need done and figure out what we're going from there, right? Sort of like what Tyler will probably do with you guys if then they'll submit it to the network, and then this is what it looks like on your end on the app here. It'll look like this. Whoops, sorry, this way. This way. So when it comes to you, this is just a test, but this is what it'll look like. It'll say subject, so in your case it would say cleaning, description, and then for location purposes we only put a postal code in the city because a lot of where we get our main members is from like social or community networks like Terwilliger and scouts for kids and like sports teams. So when the kids are on there talking to their friends, it's not like Facebook where they can get tracked. On our network, it's very private, so the kids can go on there and talk to their friends, and they won't know it's a kid because it's just an email and a city, right? They can't track it, they'll know who's, so it's a lot safer than Facebook on our network here. So then they'll put the description, location, obviously, this is the time frame they need done, so if they have this one has an exact time. So, or if it's rushed, they'll put that, and then the budget's there as well. So then as soon as you reply on it, we'll have everything saved on there. So you can just add and click everything on there. So it's just click, and then respond right away, right? And then send it out. We won't do that because then it'll go on the network there.
Right.
And we don't want that. So now the other thing we have is people kind of, they're like, oh, it looks like Facebook. Well, it does, but the only difference between our community network here, once it loads here, I'll show you. This is the main one for Edmonton area here. The general business one for our network. So it's got our moderator in the middle, and then only the business can post on here. So there's no like spam, people just putting whatever on there. It's only the businesses. So that way you can post what you're working on or what you did. Like a lot of, I remember seeing, it still sticks in my head that people did like a carpet clean, and the design, they took a picture like you know how a design on the carpet, so they posted that on there. So let's just say, so you can go and everybody posted this, it was a renovation company there, so that you can go click on it right there, and it'll go right to their profile. So then you'll boom, right away you'll get all their information. And then do you guys have a website?
It's not published yet.
Okay, well when you do, you can link it right there so they can click right on your website, so they can do business with you either on the app or on your website. So go right to your website, and it makes it a little easier for you. And then there you go, these people have had, so that your review will show up on your profile. So obviously he's got 10 out of 10, so that's good. So people who want to do business, and then the reviews right there. So great dentist. So I was actually Tyler that reviewed that. We won't say that, but I mean he used it, so he can't make fake reviews. So he obviously, that's probably his dentist. So and then the other thing what we recommend is that you make your own network, so you can invite your current customers to join, and that way post as much as you want on there, interact. You can make a discussion, you can do events, a bunch of different things, bulletin boards, you can do a bunch of cool things. So it just gets you out there a lot more. And I don't know if you guys do subcontracting or not, if you guys are growing, or if you need anybody, you can also post that on our site as well. So if you need help or you're looking to grow, you can do that as well. And you can also look for jobs when you're if you don't have any requests or you're not as busy, you can look on the jobs as well on here. And then we'll have for the max of 10 categories. So you can, for different types of businesses, depending on they might be able to switch out the categories, and depending on if you guys are just specializing in cleaning, might be a little different, but there is quite a few categories out there. So if you find that one category isn't doing so well for you, you can track it by the month, week, and however long you want. You can kind of switch them out and maybe try something else and see how it works for you. And then our rating system, 1 to 5. The only time somebody can rate you is unless they've done business with you. So if you've actually done a transaction, so as soon as you finish cleaning their house, be like, can you come on our platform here and rate us? So they'll give you 1 to 5. So even if you respond to them and give them a quote, they can't go on and give you 1 star because, oh, he charged too much for the quote. They can't do that. And then on the other hand, your friends and family can't go on there and give you 5 stars. So it's an actual real review. So, and a rating, I should say. So it works out. It's not like the other ones on there that it's kind of different. And then, I don't know, how far do you guys go? You just in the Edmonton area, or?
Edmonton and surrounding. So
Okay.
we'll usually on average Leduc, Stony Plain,
Okay.
Fort Saskatchewan, St. Albert,
Okay.
Sherwood Park.
Well, this is good. So then on here, when you put your area of expertise for each of your categories, you just put that. You wouldn't put, like, some of the bigger guys will put like 100. Obviously that one, that's more like a really, really big company, right? So you can set your parameters. That way you won't get requests for areas you don't want to service.
Right.
So you won't spam up your app. So that way it saves you a little bit of time. So this is what it would look like. You got about your business on your profile and a portfolio. So that would be when you get your website, they can click on it, and that's just an example. And you click on it and go right there. And then obviously your signature. So when they do answer when you answer the request, that's the information they're going to see, so they can decide how they want to contact you and kind of go from there. But yeah, that's pretty much how it works. And I will log out and show you how it breaks down. So yeah, and that when Tyler mentioned about the move in, move out, the only stipulation is that you have to be a member. So there was another lady, because our manager's pregnant, and we're trying to find her a caregiver, so we had an interview with her, and I was like, she was like, because I told you I had asked her a few questions, and she doesn't have her license yet, but I said, well, as soon as you do, let me know, because she needs one for next year. But then the only stipulation is she needs you have to be a member. So I mean, I told her $100 up front for your site, and then $39.92 a month, and she was going to pay her $2,500 a month. So she's like, that's a pretty good deal. So this is just the monthly, $100 up front to build out your site like I showed you, and then $39.92 a month for the advanced, and then Tyler can give you that job. The move in, move out. The only difference between the monthly and the yearly is on the yearly, where's the free leads here. For the monthly, after 5 free leads, it costs $2. So every time you respond to a lead, it's $2. But on the yearly plan, you can talk to 200 or 300 people, respond to as many as you want, and it won't cost you anything. It's free for the whole year. So that's the only really difference, except for, and then obviously the website, from difference between the Plus and the Pro here on that. And the invoice. Oh yeah, the invoicing. We just launched that. So say when you're out with a customer on the app and you finish business, you can send them an invoice right then and there on the app. So it makes it a little easier. And we're just actually working on adding accounting software too. I think it's either this month or next month we're getting it. So we're always adding stuff to the app to make it easier for the small business owner, especially you guys, because you're always out and about, right? So the app works perfect, right? Because you're always out and about. So yeah.
Well, it's very interesting. What do you think?
Oh, she's the boss, eh? You might be the owner operator on the business card, but we know who makes the decisions, right?
So this is just, how many members do you have?
In Edmonton, we have 50,000 members, and then just under 9,000 businesses. That's not, Calgary's a lot more, obviously, because they've been around, and then Red Deer, because we went from Calgary, obviously Olds was the test market, Calgary, then Red Deer, and then Edmonton. So there's probably a little bit more in the Calgary Red Deer area than there is in Edmonton, but because they've been there a little longer. But I mean, we're always growing, so.
Okay.
And then if you ever wanted to move out, or not move out, build out and grow then you can go as far as you want to go, right? When you start building it out, so, which is nice. And then the other thing is you don't have to respond to anything. If you see the request and you look at it, you don't have to respond to it, and they don't know that you've looked at it. So it's another kind of privacy setting that we have on our app. So.
And what's like the contract for? Like how do you
for month to month, you can cancel anytime. So if you want to do I'll show the month to month here. $100 up front to build out your site here. Right there, sorry. And then 12. So say 1 or 2 months not working. Oh, that's the other thing. When you sign up, we also give you sales and marketing help. We have our sales and marketing team will help you as well. So say the first month isn't going very well, we'll actually help you. So that's all included. So we're not going to charge you an extra $400 or $500 just to help you with sales and marketing. That's included. Just get a hold of us, and we'll get our sales and marketing team. Obviously, we have lots of business members in Edmonton and Calgary, but we'll do our best to as soon as possible to get that working for you. And yeah, so $100, like I said, you can, if you want, do 1 or 2 months, and if the sales and marketing doesn't work for you, you can cancel. Or if it's going really well, you can upgrade to the yearly and then just pay the difference. Like, we're not going to be like, hey, you got to pay us another $500. It's just going to be like, so you pay I think it's $149 or something like that with tax or whatever it is. So then it'd only be, and whatever the difference is between that and or that plan or that plan or that
now,
plan.
because I remember I came here when you guys first started.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yes.
wow.
Now, at that point, I was just trying
starting.
to get started,
Yeah,
didn't
yeah,
know
yeah.
anything. But now that we have since then, we've probably got about 600 clients since
Oh,
then.
nice. That's awesome.
And we have a lot of momentum going. But I am looking for another avenue
Exactly.
to take it to another level.
Well, this would definitely help for sure.
Figured I'd pop in and say
Lester's
hi.
is Karen.
Hello,
Karen.
Lester.
That's his wife. That's the boss right
Nice.
there.
Yeah. Boss right here.
Yeah, exactly,
Poking
exactly.
my head in here.
They already met Tyler. Tyler popped in.
Yeah.
here.
All
That's
right,
good.
now, one thing is I actually have a partner who
Okay.
I definitely have to discuss anything with.
Mhm.
What kind of questions do you have?
Do we build our own pages, do we do all of our own stuff on here? And this is just like
You
an
would
avenue to do it, or do we submit to you?
Yeah, like
and
we'll
then you
build it
guys
out.
Build it.
It's easier if like you don't have a website now, obviously, but if you did, we would just copy and paste. But then if you send us pictures and what you want us to put on it, we can do that.
Yeah, we will build out like
Yeah.
a drop sheet website
Yeah.
for you on our
Mhm.
platform. We can also embed links, so to other forms like of advertising or marketing that you're currently doing. If they get click happy, they will be directed to those other sources as well.
Right, so like our Facebook page and stuff.
That's right.
Exactly, we want them to continue to engage with your brand wherever it is. We wanna show them, so Facebook, Instagram, anywhere that you are kind of promoting your business and collecting clients right now, we wanna link that in there, right? We wanna show them where you guys are at and how hard you're working and what your other clients have to say, right?
Yeah, 'cause we have a lot of amazing reviews on our Facebook page.
Exactly,
That's
so
good,
you wanna
that's
show
awesome.
that off.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, like go check us out over here, look at the reviews,
Yeah.
you know, we're on this platform, we're gonna be starting to collect them, but go check out what my other clients are saying, right? So that's what you want to be broadcasting, and we need to embed that in. Because if I was to respond to you as a business right now, you'd say, who are you? What's your first instinct to do? Search me.
Of
You need
course.
to engage
Yeah.
with my brand.
Mhm.
But we wanna prevent the customer from having to Google search everything,
Yeah,
right? So we give them all that information
right.
up
there.
front. So it might take them a few minutes, half an hour to respond. It's because they're checking you out.
Yeah.
That's what they want. They want to understand who this is. So we don't want to make you look like just a business card being handed over. I actually just did it for another client out there. That's what I was kind of building out, where they can get click happy on her account. So we just embedded, hold on, I have here. So we embedded the link, it comes through, so I can touch on their images, I can read all the content, it's a customized message inviting me to engage now with them. Right, so to help me understand why they responded to me, and then continue to look at me here, go look at my gallery. You know, just click this link below and you're right in there. You can see all the work, right? That's what we want to be doing, and if you have more sources, we add more links.
Then you said about like subcontracting.
Yeah, like you can post jobs on there if you're looking for more people and
You
stuff like
can
that.
either post it as a job,
Or look.
or you can make a request in a certain market and find a guy.
Yeah.
Depends on what you want to do, right? Some members will even just post it in the grapevine. Hey, who on here can help me out with this? I found a job and I need somebody to come work for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So if you wanted to kind of check out a new market, or if you are picking up business, it's a good way to find a new partnership.
Yeah.
But if you want to be very careful about who you're bringing into your organization, I would do a job post and then direct them to that. Canvass it through the grapevine and in the communities. You'd only have to post it one and say, hey, I'm looking to subcontract a job out, please go see my job post. Right? Because then they're going to have to give you a little bit of a resume, a bit of a background, engage with you differently. Right? So that's how some guys are using it, but some of them, that's all they're using it for, is to subcontract. So, depends on where you are in business and what you're looking for, right? Some of the tools, they're there, you know they're there, you might not need them now, but we use them in the future.
Yeah.
So,
And then it doesn't, like, to become a member, like, just to look for things, do you have to have a business to do it, or do you just, do you
Yeah.
charge them to join?
No, social members are free.
Okay.
yeah, an individual's free.
You can download the app and look around and start making requests if you want.
That's right, like
Yeah.
if you have a need, you could make a
So I
request as an
could-
individual.
So I could tell like people, hey, you know what, if you want to download Get Assist, and you can find me on there, and
Exactly.
Yeah. And then, like I said, I showed you the communities, make your own community, you can add them to that as well, so they can follow you in whatever you're
Yeah.
doing. and
right,
what
so I
you're-
could just go in there and then add all the people I want.
That's
I could
right.
add our whole client base.
That's
on.
right.
Exactly,
You
exactly.
could invite them
Exactly.
all to join your community.
Mhm.
You would just create a event, because this is something we recently opened up to make it a little bit easier as well. Previously, if the email address wasn't on our system, we wouldn't be able to send them an invite. We fix that and you can send it to anyone now. And they get a notification and they can respond back to you. But it's a good way that if they are on our platform, they should also be following you here too, supporting you on our platform as well, like they would Facebook or Instagram, right? Same concept, because that's gonna draw more eyes, you know, to you. It's also good for them to know, because if they are using us and comfortable, they are also going to let their other people know that you're there, and just, yeah, go make a request, I know what's going through, right? I've used him before, he's awesome. My realtors are the best for this. They're out there with people who have questions, and they need trade guys all the time in their properties for everything. Move in, move out, painting, we've had excavation come up, but they generate it because they know they're getting in contact with another business owner. Saves them time because they don't have to do all the legwork anymore. They're great, they're picking up leads, but they're also making sure they're passing it to the next guy. So it's awesome.
Anything else?
No, I don't think so.
Yes, all right. So, back to what you're saying, like, how would you go about getting started? Like I said, I still gotta talk to my business partner, but how would you go about getting started? So,
You'd let us know, because we need to build out your profile, okay?
Yeah,
So
start
that takes
right
us a
away.
little bit of time, to pull all the content together, to look at wording, and if we're custom designing a community for you, we also will take some time to build that out. So once, you know, if you are proceeding and moving forward, we just need to know whether it's an annual or a monthly. And then David would process it, over the phone, because we're gonna need to bring you back in and show you how to use it.
yeah.
Right? So
Get
instead
it
of
live
coming
as soon as
here
possible.
and then having to wait on him to build everything out and then coming back, it's easier that if you need to have a conversation and let us know. Once you know, then you just give him a ring and we can process over the phone and then book you in for your follow-up, for your walkthrough.
Okay.
So you don't have to go back twice, just go
Right.
when you're done.
And when are you guys open to do that?
I can even come in on Saturday if you want, so.
Yeah.
When are we moving? I just found out, Tyler just told me, I was like, okay.
June 3rd.
Okay, so we got a little bit of time.
And when are you guys moving
June
to?
3rd.
Don't know yet, I'm supposed to go this afternoon.
Oh,
look
yeah,
at
yes, I heard
properties,
you
yeah.
guys speaking about that.
It's temporary because we are getting larger location, which is gonna have to be renoed. So this was all kind of quick, and I had a 2-hour conversation about it yesterday, to be continued today, so I'm just rocking and rolling.
That's why I asked him, is it where you wanted to go? And he just like, he was like, I don't know. He didn't even know. So I'm like, okay.
What do you think?
I think it's alright.
I think it could definitely help us out.
Yeah, the more we have out there, the better it'll be.
The more presence, exactly, yeah.
And then just different avenues, so yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like the platform. It looks a lot like, looks pretty simple to use and that, like the invoicing stuff and all that. You know, to be able to
And you can
interact.
carry it with you too, right? You're on your phone, right? Everything's on your phone now, probably pretty much,
No,
right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, that's reality of business. It's not here, like this is, it's worse to lose your phone than a laptop,
It is.
Yeah.
you know?
Oh, yeah.
For sure, for sure.
If I can do it from my phone, I'm super happy. If I have to go back to my laptop, I'm not too happy. It's just easier if I can do it or I forget it. That's reality.
And like, do you have like areas where like, say I have a huge client-based contact list.
Mhm.
Do you have areas on your platform where you can put those?
Like,
Yeah,
upload a
so
contact
you'd
list.
have to go into a community. I don't know if ours are set up to do it yet. If we log in and go into the
Yep.
community. Because it will be broadcast all over Get Assist. But you're gonna want to invite members.
Mm-hmm.
Because I invite these guys into our private ones. I just take their email and input it, or their username. But that's what I wanna check right now.
Just the main one?
Yeah.
Come on, Jack.
Is that the jack of all trades?
Pretty much, yeah.
Took me a long time to realize that after being here and hanging out with Jack. I was like, Jack. And then somebody's like, Jack of all trades. I'm like, oh yeah, that's our Jack Loader.
So do you want me to go with you? Create your own or?
Invite friends.
Oh, okay. Oh, there you go.
So you can start going through and then see the emails, import. That's where you would do it.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, that's the newest thing.
I was gonna say, that wasn't there before.
No.
Nice.
Well, that's pretty good.
Exactly. So it's still a little bit of copy paste work, but it can be done. You can invite them and let them know that you're somewhere else too and to watch the content. Right? You want people following you. You want an active community because you're going to be, like, our platform is a little bit different. If you have somebody marketing and kind of running trends and, you know, showcasing what you do, it's a little bit different. Because on Facebook, you kind of have to post it in each group. Like, you kind of go through and custom design your post and post in each group. We do it not through the app itself, but what I do when I do a massive post on our platform, and I'll speak with my son, whichever one wants to
Get
cooperate.
to see the whole family.
Yeah. I just hit get assist, and then I can custom put my content in there, right? So I'll just fill it in. Let's do this for now, and then I can create. But see how all the communities come up? Same concept, except I select the image, make my post, and then I put it all in the communities, right from the photos. So instead of having to be on the app, I can just keep that one photo. So when I'm done posting on Get Assist, I can take that photo, hop over to Facebook, Instagram, right? You can hashtag here as well if you're doing Instagram, because that's how you're creating that buzz. So. We can even link those accounts in.
That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
How good at doing the work.
I do have a member on here. She gives you virtual coaching on social media, posting and marketing. Okay, she builds out content for you as well. She's so virtual. She will give you 15 hours of coaching and marketing advice for $470. She's awesome. She does that for our business members. You can make a request for her.
Yeah.
She's a very nice lady. We had a lot of fun tearing our platform apart and her checking it out, and yeah, we went ahead and we built it out, and she started, you know, playing even more. So.
Do you know when your website's gonna be ready, or?
I've already done it pretty much. I just have to do a couple of little different.
Oh,
things.
okay, just before it's put live
Yeah.
then? Oh, okay, cool.
And we can always link that in afterwards.
Exactly,
I
that's
just
what I was
don't
telling
like
him.
leaving things blank
Yeah.
on our platform,
Exactly.
because then it's like, okay, why isn't this filled out, right? Why is it blank? I like to fill it in. The more content we give them, the higher your closing ratio is,
Oh, yeah. Of
right?
course.
More professional you look, right?
Yep.
So you said you had 200 cleaners on here already, roughly.
200 cleaning companies.
Yeah.
With cleaners, I don't think I have that many.
There's different, like, 'cause some people only do certain things. We have some that just do residential, some only do commercial.
Yeah, like I have commercial, I have
different,
carpet, I have blinds.
Yeah, there's
Depends on
different
the cleanings.
specialties, yeah.
I don't have a lot of move-in, move-outs. Airbnb. But when you look at that, that's an everyday type of request. Now, if you're going commercial, that business there you book up faster, so some of our cleaners aren't responding. They're busy. If they're doing residential, yes, but again, is it inside, outside, what are they, and where are they at in business? Right, my residential guys, if that's all they do is residential, most of the time they're pretty small. Okay, because everybody wants to go into more of the commercial office space and get the commercial contracts, so.
Karen, remember I told you that issue with my cat this morning?
Yeah.
Well, the Humane Society called and my cat is not doing good.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go for the rest of the day and
Yeah.
Kim's profile is done?
Yeah.
Okay, if you need her, call her, Kim.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Sounds good.
Yeah, see, I'm not worried about competition for carpet cleaning. Once we get out there,
Mm-hmm.
I just know the way we do things is far more superior than any other company. Like we've proven it time and time again. So
Yeah, I've rented out some of those carpet cleaners.
yeah,
You could do it so many times and it still looked dirty.
yeah, no, like
Yeah.
and just like when people see our before and afters, no one else can do what we can do. We
Well,
built our
that's
own machines.
Exactly.
So,
Oh wow.
yeah, so no one has.
That's
So I know
awesome.
no one in Alberta has what we have.
Oh, that's wicked.
So,
and then, like you said, you post those pictures and it'll sell itself, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
sure.
And as well as pictures, can you do videos on here?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you
You're
can
not
whatever you
restricted
want.
with
Yeah.
content either,
No.
as long as you want them to be. We're like YouTube in that sense,
Okay.
right? So, yeah, you can do picture, video, you can upload PDF.
like
We do
it,
it
I
all the
think.
time, the attachments. That's actually how we communicate sometimes, is we're sending in Excel files in our private community, so rep can download it on their phone wherever they're at now, and they can take a look at that info. Yeah.
I think it would be definitely a good thing to test out.
I'm gonna open this door here, it's so hot.
It is, yeah.
This room heats up.
I talked to Mike about it.
Old school.
Oh, yeah, very old school.
Visual, eh? I write
Yeah,
everything
I
down.
gotta see it.
I bought a bunch of those too, like the dollar store ones. I got a bunch of them. Like this one here, like I just write everything on it. Not as organized though by date.
Yeah, I've got a lot going on all the time.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's a good thing to have it ready there, right?
yeah. So yeah, it's $100 for the registration.
Yeah, for monthly. Oh yeah,
And
sure.
then
I can put
monthly,
that.
yeah.
I can show that to you again if you want.
Yeah.
And when Karen was talking about the $479, that's obviously for the plan.
Yeah, $479 for the yearly, and then that one you don't have to pay registration fee.
No.
So if we try it out for like 3 months, just say,
Mhm.
give
Right,
everything
right,
like
right.
90 days,
Yeah, yeah.
and then if you like it, then you just pay the
You just
difference of the
upgrade. That's
yearly.
right. Yeah, to the yearly. Yeah. Oops.
Now, about the lead, you were talking about like, how much is it extra for the leads?
Monthly, $2 after the
Yeah.
first 5.
Yeah.
Okay, now, I would prefer, with the nature of your business, that you are on an annual. Last year, I had a member respond to 758 leads in your particular area of business, and they were charged $2 for each one.
So it's
Fortunate.
over
Yeah.
1,500 right
That's,
there.
yeah, and that's why here in Edmonton and Calgary markets, because we've been here as a business longer and connecting, we're at a different point
Mhm.
where we're generating that much. So we're not on an annual basis charging for leads anymore,
No.
okay? So that's something I waive on the back end, which saves you overall on monthly. I have no option because this is something we just rolled out, is the ability to do this. And we wanna see how it goes, so we're still gonna charge there.
Yeah.
And then when we do the invoicing, we design our own invoice little things? Or
Sort
is
of.
it all designed by you guys or?
It comes as us. I have one here. I sent it to myself when we first released it. Did you want a custom design one and just send it to me? You could go go into business account.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've never done this before, so.
Oh, you won't be able to from there.
Only
I
the
might have to
app.
get
You
my
can only do the
tablet.
app. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll grab a tablet.
So I was gonna say invoicing's only on the app. So.
And I'll send a new one to myself.
Alrighty. Gotta love technology, eh?
And how do you guys usually accept payment? How does the payment
Well,
structure work?
If we did it over the phone, we could do credit card, debit, credit. But then for the other payments, you'd have to obviously come to the store, like debit or transfer cash. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I won't be able to do it on this one. I can't. My push tool won't let me log out.
So, like, is it just a generic invoice? Or?
Well, you have a copy of that one you saying? Yeah?
Yeah, but I didn't spend any time around trying to make it look nice.
Like, could I put my company logo on the invoice?
I believe it will go. I'm gonna log into our business development account
On your.
on my phone, and I'm just gonna generate an invoice. I'll show you how it's done.
Yeah.
So, let's say we had a customer in here in a job that was kind of ongoing. After, like, we can log the entire project, right? So, oh, I think I hit job postings. There we go. So here's a bunch of jobs that we have kind of demoed and designed on the platform. You can see which ones we've sent an invoice to the customer and which ones haven't been. What we want to do is take the request, and then you have all of that customer information in there, right? They're supplying you when they're, they indicate to you that they're doing business by selecting you as a provider. I think you can actually see it here. So I did it for the customer. I shot her back my information, right? So I was testing it out for that other lady. I shot her back a bunch of information, and then we closed out that request, right? No one else can engage or see it because we're doing business. Now, from there, it generates and puts it into her jobs, her projects. So she has all of my information in here. You can be adding tasks. You can, so things that need to be done, here's all the info, PDF, so upload as much as you want, voice memos, add expense, so this would be putting in a receipt, right? So that it's, hey, this is a product and everything I had to pay for this particular job. You add it right in, and then you can send invoice. So I'm not sure right now, maybe I will see if I can find one of mine. So you can add discounts as well when it's reflected, but I'm just gonna send me an invoice. And now I have to just log out into my personal account and I'll be able to show you the invoice. I get a notification in there. I also get a notification in my email. Bet you have all my things set to
Email, not notification.
hey,
There
there's
you
a
go.
request reply. Did I even send it? Bet you I didn't have my email on there. No.
This is how not to set up your account.
Well, it's hard because I just selected one of my test requests instead of generating more. And it's also because I have to flip between two accounts. Alright, bill 2. Yay. So I'll get notified there. I will also get one in my email account. So there it is in my Gmail. I just got the notice. Might as well go into that. So this is what it looks like when it comes through. Okay, so that's all the content I've filled out, but it's an official stamped email that it came from business development.